Everybody come on in, sit back, relax. Guess what? I've got quite a lot of body parts here, and as you can see, they are basically hit and run. Nothing wrong with the figure itself, but I want to look at doing the Tiger Force version of him. So without further ado, everybody, let's see what we can do. Okay, so as I said before, we have this perfectly good hit and run, and it's basically a figure I bought years ago, and it was for the intent of turning him to the European Tiger Force version of him. You can see I've already patterned the face already. So let's see what we can do. So basically what I need to do is basically join the torso back together again. I don't have about that much. I might as well get my little stand already. Move that to one side. The legs, obviously with my leg stand. So I'll go across. Smooth the arms and heads and all that aside. Grab this other tool of mine, the model stand kit. And literally I can just use that like that actually. So and this part here, the crutch, I always leave it to last. And, well, not last, the head part too. But I get a feeling I need to paint the helmet before I put them together. So let's just basically put that to one side. And let's look at doing the torso piece already. I said waist, it's not a waist. This is the waist area. So, I mean the chest and the back. Right, so the colour I'm going to use first of all for the shirt is sky blue, X14. Okay, so that's the first coat, which isn't looking too bad. So once again, put a second coat on, allow that to dry, and then we'll move on to the next colours onto this. Right, so now that the blue hasn't had a second coat, that's looking pretty good now, it's time to put the orange. And the orange I'm using is X6 orange. And considering I'm painting over black, I know that this is going to take a good couple of coats. Alright, so this will now require about 2 to 3 coats of the orange, and then what I do next afterwards is look at doing the orangey brown camouflage on the pants, and I believe this only, yeah, the orange stripes on there, but I can actually paint that literally when the figure's back together again, so I'll leave it aside. And then it's basically put it all together and look at some accessories. Like I do have a duffel bag here, but you can see that it's broken, the strap, and it requires the hook, so I'll have to hunt around for that. So bear with me for a moment and we'll get back into it soon. Oh, just before I leave, if you're new here and you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Cheers. Okay, so the standard paint, which is the orange blue, have dried off quite nicely now, and I've got some touch-ups to do, like obviously the pants to finish off, and the tiger stripes, and obviously the goggle right here to finish up. But I think now's a good stage to basically put this figure together, and also the gloves too, and basically work from there. Alright, just let me take a moment here to say, hey, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see so far, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit a like and a comment too, because I like hearing from you guys as well. And I also have a membership side of this channel too, so hey, if you've got a moment, please check it out. Awesome. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so what you got is your standard O-ring, and I always get a pair of pliers kits. Pliers, like needle nose pliers, and just give it a bit of a stretch. It actually helps a lot. And this is dead easy. Put the O-ring on that hook. And I have discovered, just by a fluke, so get your little screwdriver in like so, flick the O-ring, and if you get it into like a setting position, it fits on there real easy. Like there's no stress on the actual crotch area. Right. And all that. Awesome. Okay, so I want to look and put in the tiger stripes in now for his front and his helmet. It's just to sort of be easier, to be honest, because once it's out of the way, then I can concentrate on the arms and the camouflage on his pants, and that's probably it for the figure. Oh, and also the goggles, paint the goggles as well. So anyway, let's get into the tiger stripes, and I'm going to be using the semi-gloss X18 black and a very fine paintbrush, and hopefully I can get these stripes done to a good standard. Alright, that's the helmet basically almost done except for the silver goggles. I'll just wait for the paint to dry, and once that's all dry, then we'll get into the silver. Then basically it's just the gloves and the camo. And this one we'll be using the Chrome Silver X17. Oh, sorry, X11. Okay, obviously you can see I've got some touch-ups to do, but I'll do that off screen and then we'll look at doing the accessories soon. Okay, you can see I've done the touch-ups on the goggles, so it's looking pretty mean. I'm going to use the same black to paint the gloves right now.
From above, everyday would seem turning into love zone.
Alright, for the camouflage, which is a really unusual brown, I've got this rusty brown that I've made up for the Tiger Force Triple T, which is pretty close to the brown that I'm after. It's like a rusty brown. Okay, so this is going to take like at least 2 to 3 coats. I'll carry on doing this and then I'll show the end result once I'm done. Okay, so now we're on to the accessories here. As you can see, I've got the duffel bag. There's a Colt machine gun, I believe. Rope and knife. No, it's not the original light green knife, but it is a knife nonetheless. Now, first of all, you can see that this duffel bag does not have the centerpiece that goes in here, like the spindle. So what I do have is this piece of styrene, which is 1/8 or 3.2 millimeters in diameter. So I've already pre-cut this, and I've done basically a super glue a nut just to make sure it's going to fit and work. So that's one side on that. And I need to put another nut on the inside. So basically I need to do this. It's quite flimsy. I'll just drop it. So yeah, you can see it's really quite flimsy, but the goal is to put that nut about there. So I put the string and, you know, Bob's your uncle. So let me get my glue station. Okay, I've already got my glue station, and there's already a bit of glue on there. So all I need to do is get some. Let's move that back a bit. And that's about right, actually. Okay, I'll just put a dollop of super glue. Okay, just wait for it to dry. Let me show you the original duffel bag. So, yeah, it comes with the hook, rope, and this handle. And the rope is thread through here. So that's where the spindle is. And yeah, once again, I don't have the original knife, but I like the black anyway, to be honest. And so, yeah, it's missing this, which is quite often broken. Spindle here is now fully dried. I'm super happy with that. And I think I'll unravel the rope. And tie this on here. Right, and simply snap together. I had to sort of see what the hell's going on, but yeah, it works. and that does work. But it would probably work better if I had the handle on there. So what I'll do, and I'm hunting around, so in this sort of tall, sort of cheap mail weapon rack thing, I found this, and it would be the perfect look for the handle. So what I need to do is really just snip off. And simply super glue that onto there, and it will be tickly boo. Actually, looking at the original, that is a bit too high. So scratch that. Let's just trim it a little bit more off. Okay, yeah, I'm super happy with the handle on there now, so that's definitely going to wind up, see what I mean. A little bit stiff, but you know what? Display purposes, it would be tickly boo. Alright, to make this strap, what I'm using is basically the thin cable tie that you get when you, say, buy something with like a charging point or something like that, and it's got more flex to it. Now, I tried using super glue and baking soda, which is my go-to method, on the side there. It didn't work. So what's the next thing to do? Hot glue gun. But that's everybody, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoy it just as much I enjoy making this European Tiger Force hit and run. I've still got a few more customs for the Tiger Force to do. The Tiger Force that I have are original, but the European and the real sought after ones are really quite expensive. And considering they're repaints, I'm going to try and do them myself, just like I did with him. My original hit and run will go up in my collection up there. And so, please, 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 if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That would do me a world of good. It would do me wonderful, and it's straight from the heart. Massive respect to you guys. Also, please leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the notification bell as well, which is up there. That's actually a sticker, but I'm going to put that noise up there anyway. So, with all that, everybody, it's Yojo, and see ya until next time. Bye.